everybody. There is just nothing I like better than a summer grown tomato. And one of my favorite things to make with the summer grown tomato is tomato basil bruschetta. So today I am going to show you how to make this. It is a very simple dish with just a few ingredients and minimal effort on your part as the cook. I've started with a pint of cherry tomatoes and I've quartered them. I like making this with cherry tomatoes because there's not a lot of liquid in a cherry tomato, and you don't want so much liquid that it's going to be too runny and make your toast soggy. But if you have a different type of tomato that you'd like to use that has more liquid in it, just try to remove the seeds as you go and dice your tomato. Aroma tomato also works really well. But if you have something like a hot house or beefsteak tomato, it's probably going to be a little bit too wet. So I've got my pint of cherry tomatoes. They've been quartered. And to this, I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. And a few cloves of minced garlic. I've put this through a garlic press, but you could just mince it or turn it into a paste with the flat part of your knife if you want. And I'm also going to add a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, just a touch. Don't overdo it. And some balsamic vinegar. Probably for a pint of tomatoes, maybe a couple of teaspoons of balsamic vinegar. It's got a very strong flavor. And so again, you don't want to overdo it. I'm going to mix all of that together. And remember, as you're making a dish like this, you can always add more, but it's hard to take out. So if you go easy on the salt, go easy on the olive oil, go easy on the balsamic vinegar, and then later when you taste it, if you think it needs a little bit more of one of those things, you can always add more. So just give it a quick stir. And then I am also going to add to this some basil chiffonade. And at this point, it's pretty much done. You can make this and let it sit overnight. It'll give it a stronger garlic and vinegar flavor. So you can make it ahead of time if you wanted. This is a crowd pleaser at a backyard barbecue, and it's so simple that you could make it just for your family on a weeknight. Now I'm going to take you through just a few serving options so that, you know, it's not just tomatoes on toast, which is our first option. You know, the most traditional way to eat this would be on toast. That's the way you're going to get it in a restaurant. You might see it listed as an appetizer. So I've just taken some Italian bread, sliced it, put a little butter on it, and put it in the broiler for a few minutes until it's toasted. You could take it a little darker in color than that if you want. It's up to you. And you just spoon a little of your tomato basil mixture right on the top and serve it like that. Another way that I like to eat it is on top of meat. It's really, really good on top of chicken and fish. So I've got a piece of salmon here that I cooked on the stovetop. This would be just as good if you grilled it or cooked it however you like. But I cooked mine on the stovetop. I'm just going to, again, spoon a little bit of the tomato basil mixture right on the top of the fish and serve it that way. It's really delicious. It really amps up whatever meat you have. Or you could eat this as a salad. So I've got some a romaine lettuce mix. And this kind of makes its own little oil and vinegar dressing. So if you put your tomato basil mixture right on top of your lettuce and maybe get in there and get some of the liquid spooned out that's at the bottom, so you have a little bit extra dressing on to drizzle over the top. And to this you could add croutons. Store-bought croutons are really good nowadays, or you could take your extra toast and chop it up as croutons or just serve it right there on the side of your salad bowl. So with this, you have 3 separate dishes you could serve, or you can kind of make different combinations here. So you could serve the fish with the toast bruschetta and a side salad, or you could take your fish and cut it up and put it in your salad. And you've got just several possibilities here in one simple recipe. I hope you enjoy.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.